This programme is sponsored by Ford, Destination Football.
Preston North End, in the white shirts and dark shorts, will get the game underway. Their record attendance, incidentally, was set against Arsenal many years ago, 42,000 that day, but they'll make just as much noise, even though there's half the number of spectators in here tonight, believe me. Bowl with the first clearance for Arsenal. Emmanuel Petit, challenged by Rankin. Gregan with a good ball through, but he finds Kurt Nogan in an offside position.
That'll be interesting, I think. Nogan and Mackin up front. We'll have to be careful with their runs. David Moyes would surely have told about Arsenal's back four, who hold a line as well as anyone in the country. But the first thing that struck me about the teams as they're on the pitch, Alan, is how much bigger Arsenal are, I think, physically. A far more intimidating looking side.
Meninga with the free kick. Morty beaten to it by the left back, Ryan Kidd. Former Port Vale defender, who's been here over 6 years. The normal number 3, Dominic Ludden, injured at the moment. He's really a centre-back kid. Steve Bow looking for Dixon. Overplayed it though. This is Murdoch. The flick on by Gregan, finds Nogan, took it down beautifully. And a dangerous ball. Nelson Vivas had to get there because coming in behind him was Cartwright. He's still not gone out of play.
Half a chance. Vivas had to deal with an awkward ball. The fact that it bounced just in front of it.
And danger again for Arsenal as Gregan forces the goalkeeper Meninga to drop on the ball on his near post.
Yeah, it's confidence building this. It's a little unlucky, you know, Gregan. They worked the ball really well, but if they could only have pulled this back 2 or 3 yards, then Kurt Nogan was looking to pounce on anything just a little bit too near Alex Meninga.
Preston have only reached the 4th round once in the last 12 years, and they haven't got a very good record against opponents from the top division in FA Cup ties. They've lost the last 4 without even scoring. But this is a new Preston team, high on confidence, and you can see that already here. But Gregan has given it away. Dixon's interception. Parler plays it forward to Boa Morty, too strong, cleaned up by Gary Parkinson. Parkinson, who's played at the top level for Middlesbrough, has it back, launched long towards Nogan, Bowles header, Rankin pressurising Vieira. That's the job he's been given tonight, and he's doing it well. Nogan. Oh, the goalkeeper then almost made an embarrassing error.
Well, that was great play from Rankin. It was a mismatch physically. but he's shown that if you've got enough about you and you want it just as badly as the next man, then you can get the better of the big lad, and he did ever so well. Shot wasn't struck well, but look at Alex Manninger. Look at he just side-footed it and almost went under him.
This is Overmars. Petit. Now Steve Bowl. A touch for Keogh. And Arsenal getting their passing game together now. Mendes. Forced wide by Kidd, who crudely brings him down. He acknowledges that fact.
Well, this is danger. I always think Arsenal from set pieces are a threat. The delivery's usually very good. Both centre-backs, Bold and Keown, making their way forward, along with Petit and Vieira, all 6'3", 4 players. And usually they put good movement in as well.
And it came in flat. Keown just flicked it on. Overmars. It's a dangerous ball back in. Good clearance, but again Mendes there on the edge of the box, but he just hesitated that split second. And Mackin at the other end for Preston.
Oh, lucky. There's a chance of a break. Well, it's a pretty good start from the home side. I said they're playing with the wind. I think that might have helped them. Been able to put them under a bit of pressure. But this Arsenal side haven't won a double last year by being worried about getting under pressure.
Gregan, certainly one of Preston's star men. Nogan, Mackin just ahead of him. But he's quite confident at the moment as goal scorer, the leading goal scorer, to have a crack. But it's less than a year ago that David Moyes took over as manager here. He's still only 35, registered as a player, in fact plays regularly in the reserves. Preston looked in danger of going down when he became manager. Now they look in every danger of going up. He's done a fantastic job in such a short time. Manninger again looked a little uncertain then.
I did all right there.
But the ball out to Keown. I don't think Keown was too pleased with that pass, and they keep them under pressure, Preston. There's Vivas. Overmars. Gregan with a typically determined challenge, but it's broken to Mark Overmars. Morty ahead of him, so is Mendes. Parler in support. Preston win it back, but at the expense of a free kick in a really dangerous position.
Colin Murdoch here, this was a great challenge, but Overmars picks it and really drives at them. And Colin Murdoch just mistimes it. A little bit of obstruction more than anything. I don't see the referee's arm up, which suggests that this is direct. They don't have Bergkamp, of course, who would be favourite to hit this. But they have the left foot of Petit and the left or right of Overmars, wherever he fancies. Maybe even Mendes, Alan. Haven't seen much of him. But he's out there, it looks like he's taking charge of it.
And he it is who hits it straight at the wall. Only the third game he started this season, Mendes, plus a couple of appearances as substitute, a German-born player, a goal-scoring midfielder. And Preston get the decision in their favour this time, foul by Morty, their free kick. Morty and Mendes have played together, but as Andy mentioned, not very often as an attacking partnership. In fact, they were together when Arsenal won 3-1 in their European Champions League game in Panathinaikos. Mendes hasn't played since then. But when you think no Anelka, no Bergkamp, no Ray, Arsenal under strength tonight. Here's Overmars going forward. Gregan challenged him and in the end used his arm. Free kick.
Well, I mean, I think the other end are hitting this. As I say, they're hitting into the wind. Makes it a bit more difficult from that kind of distance. Something like 30 yards out. Mendes has been bombed and Petit's taking charge of this one.
And he didn't make any better effort, did he? Cartwright's clearance, however, has gone straight to Bold. Arsenal keep the pressure on. Dixon. Mendes. Well, that's good skill. And still going strong. What a great run. And in the end, Kidd back to deny him. Good skill on the ball there by Alberto Mendes. And here it is again, in possession, but Kidd wins it back. Gives it away to Vieira. On to Parla. Gregan. Arsenal in command again with Vivas. And now Martin Keogh. Morty, good little ball for Parla, who takes on Murdoch and beats him, but not Lucas.
Good hands, goalkeeper. First real threat he's had to deal with, 15 minutes gone, and he dealt with it very confidently. Lovely little link up. Parla just pushes it once, and he knows he's past the defender. The angle's always going to be difficult from there. Hit the target, tested the goalkeeper, wasn't found wanting.
There's Murdoch again. Gregan, everything goes through him, it seems, in the middle of the field for Preston. Parkinson, Nogan with the flick on. Bold in a race here with the speedy Cartwright.
Well, that should be a free kick, yeah. And it's not the first tackle, I've got the right leg, you know, because Steve Bold actually gets the ball with his right leg. Watch carefully. Then it's the left one, you see, comes up and actually whips Cartwright over. Here's the tackle, but it's that left leg. That's guilty of bringing down Lee Cartwright, but that was an interesting little race there. Cartwright gave Boldy a couple of yards and caught him up.
Both Murdoch and Jackson, the centre-halves, forward for the kick. Whipped away by Petit. Parkinson plays it back in. Nogan in a threatening position. And still danger for Arsenal. Petit again to the rescue. This is Murdoch. Couldn't find a way through the crowd. Good work by Jackson. Cartwright. And surely a foul on Rankin. The referee's let it go on with Mackin in possession, and now Nogan.
There's no real width. They didn't have anyone they could just stretch it wide to.
Kurt Nogan again. And that's a better looking ball. Kidd's cross, met on the near post by Mackin, and it's come out to Nogan, and Nogan has given Preston the lead.
They finally made the pressure tell. It was great pressure for them at the last minute of the match. They knocked the door, but finally they got some width, Alan. It's a great run from Kidd to get in there. And how well does Mackin do to dig it out of there and from, well, 6 yards. Kurt Nogan isn't going to miss this. A big moment for him. And it's a simple side foot, keeps his nerve. But Bold actually defends the first bit brilliantly. But somehow they dig it out. Well, the script has been written now. I mean, that would have been Dave Moyes, what he would have written before he started. Good pressure early on, get a bit of the game, get some confidence and get the first goal. He certainly wouldn't have wanted to go a goal down against Arsenal. But it's early, he knows that. 70-odd minutes, not only to protect, but see if they can extend it.
So an Arsenal team with no seamen. Adams, Winterburn, Bergkamp or Anelka. A goal behind here, but on the offensive with Mark Overmars. Morty well placed in the middle. It's gone beyond him to Mendes. Sets it up for Parla, who hits it well, and it's deflected wide for a corner.
Oh, I thought that was in the far corner. He's hit the shot well. I think it was powerful enough to really trouble David Lucas. Oh, well, when your luck's in, it goes wide. You're unlucky, it goes in the top corner. But Arsenal, for me, hadn't really started, Alan. They've been, well, at half pace almost since the start of the match. And it's almost as if that goal's given them a kick up the backside that Arsene Wenger's been trying to do. He's been out the touchline quite a bit, the Arsenal manager.
Bono's corner, played into the near post. Parkinson got it clear, back into the crowd again, and hooked away by Cartwright. Dixon under pressure from the goal scorer, Nogan. Now Macken. Nogan plays it long. And Petit's doing as much defending as anyone at the moment for Arsenal. There's Vivas. A nervy ball straight to Gregan. Invites Cartwright to use his pace again down this side.
Well, he did well because he made Vivas play it. Vivas would love to have just let that run out for a goal kick. Cartwright put him under enough pressure to make him play the ball.
It's his 9th season here, his one and only club, and he's now just a game short of 300 appearances for them. Came off ball there, Petit with the interception, and danger again for Arsenal. Preston have a corner.
Well,
Macken.
Yeah, not a great chance, but what a block and an important one from Martin Keown. The scrambles about, but again, it's their determination. Just look at Regan go in there. That kind of determination's won him the ball. Might not have been going in, might have been screwed wide, but an important block from Keown nonetheless. Well, they won't want to lose a second, Arsenal, I can assure you. They'll have to weather the little storm they're under now.
And Murdoch trying to get in front of the goalkeeper there. He was just bouncing around as the corner came in, trying to put off Manninger.
Well, that's the pressure I was talking about from the corner arm. Ayers is going to cross to take it left-footed. And when you put it in with a bit of pace, using the wind, it's a horrible ball for the goalkeeper to deal with. Especially when Murdoch stood right in front of him.
Same sort of ball in, and the goalkeeper's lost it. They scored again! Unbelievable stuff here at Deepdale. Nogan on target again, and second division Preston lead the FA Cup holders Arsenal by 2 goals to 0.
Well, they've done their homework. Brilliant. The ball in is another horrible one. And watch Alex Manninger right underneath it. He's under pressure from Michael Jackson, who gets right in the goalkeeper's face. But Nogan at the back post, well, again, as long as he keeps his eye on it, Alan, and he didn't really do that. It's a bit head and shoulder, but it's his night. Cut Nogan, 2 goals in what, 20-odd minutes. This is almost bordering fantasy at the moment. Wonderful stuff.
Well, the atmosphere around this ground, I do hope it's coming across as well at home as it is here in the stadium.
A bit of disbelief, you know, it's kind of quiet at the moment. I don't think they can quite believe what's happening.
Preston North End 2, Arsenal 0. The Arsenal fans certainly have been stunned into silence. What a night for Kurt Nogan. Whatever happens from here on in. 2 goals against one of the most feared, disciplined defences in European football.
Well, I posed the question right at the top, Alan. Just hold on a sec.
As Parlour goes forward and hits it well. Good save by Lucas.
Well, I said he's got to play well as well, the goalkeeper, if you want a shot. And at the moment, he's doing everything that's required. It's across him, it's wide of him. He's got to go full length. It's a good, firm hand, though, that pushes it wide out the danger area.
Let's see how Preston do with the set piece against them this time as Bowl gets up, headed away by Gregan. Ball comes out again to Parlour. Here's Overmars, queuing up in the middle. Petit hits it, and again, and again.
What a quarter of the match we've had. We said that there's been few real shocks. They get less and less in recent years, but certainly Kurt Nogan has given his team a glorious chance of causing an upset tonight. What a platform to go from. Can they hold him there? Here are the goals. Again, beautifully worked. The ball into the near post was horrible to deal with. And the way they dug it out was fantastic. And a simple tap in. Watch Jackson. Goes up the left arm. It might well have been a free kick. He might well get that. The referee sees it. He didn't. But David Moyes is a happy boy.
offside here. Well, the last time these clubs met was in the old First Division 39 years ago. That day, Preston North End beat Arsenal 2-0. And unbelievably, that's the scoreline tonight, with less than 25 minutes gone. Who said the FA Cup is becoming predictable?
I said Arsenal would set out a side that could win the game 1-0, Alan. And I thought that, well, what you must ask now, is there enough there in the Arsenal side? There's talent, but are there enough goal scorers to get 2 goals? We wait and see.
Macken, and Rankin is through and onside. If only he could have played the ball ahead of himself, then he would have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Puts a decent ball in. Nogan this time is offside.
Well, that was unlucky. They beat the offside trap. That's the best way to do it. Midfield player going from deep. They don't pick him up, and if only the ball had skipped through in front of him, then he wouldn't have had to check back. And as the ball played in here, well, it's tight, but they're probably just offside.
Arsenal's fabled defence beaten for a 3rd time, but this time the linesman's flag saved them from further embarrassment. Arsenal have been knocked out by clubs from lower divisions 4 times in total in the last 7 years. Millwall, Sheffield United, Bolton, and most famously, of course, Wrexham, exactly 7 years ago to the very day. Preston on song here. 20 minutes before half-time, they lead 2-0. Nogan with a good little ball. Rankin is offside.
Yeah. Well, just watch this, Al. I wonder if people will, the very left of the frame here, just watch this run from Cup Nogan. Into the goal, off the pitch, back on, and nods it in. Illegal.
Interesting one for the refereeing experts to analyse that. You're not supposed to leave the pitch, of course, without the referee's permission. I don't think he had time to actually ask Dermot Gallagher whether he could do that.
So.
Murdoch's clearance. Martin Keown pumps it back in. There's with a little ball back to Murdoch. Arsenal get the throw. Murdoch was in a very successful Manchester United youth team in his apprenticeship at Old Trafford. He never made the first team there. Came here a couple of seasons ago. Shrewdly collected squad this is. A lot of players from their own youth system. The free transfers. They have paid a fair bit of money out over the years. Nogan, one of the buys who's proving a real buy and a half, and was almost on for his hat-trick.
Oh,
and Vivas gets it away from Cartwright.
That is a great block from Vivas, but honestly, if you've got 2 goals, Alan, even if it's on your weaker left side, just put your foot behind it. You just never know. I honestly thought he should have pulled the trigger, Cup Nogan.
And here he is again. Vivas doing well, but it's suddenly Parkinson, and the foul goes against the right back.
Well, it's a bit unlucky for me, but they are winning the physical battle at the moment. That surprises me.
Here's Boa Morphy for Arsenal. Takes on Murdoch, goes down.
That's got to be close, I tell you.
The referee has pointed for a goal kick.
Goodness me, I tell you what, that has got to be close. I thought from where I'm sitting, that's a penalty. I didn't think Murdoch got anything on the ball here. It goes to the ground, he might have just got it, but that's, from where the referee's looking, look at that, he's nowhere near the ball. That's a penalty to me.
That's good skill by Kidd. And a good-looking ball too.
Unlucky. Physical presence, you know, that was the only difference there. Pace, he had the pace, but Steve Ball really lent into him. He's got all his experience and weight to make it difficult for Cartwright. Lovely play from Ryan Kidd at left back.
This is Keown. And Bowl is playing it back to Meninga. Arsenal get the throw halfway line. Regan did enough to throw him off his stride.
David Moyes, you know, will be absolutely delighted with the opening 41.5 minutes of this match. They've really pressed, and that's a classic example. That one's given as a free kick, but that's typified what they've done to Arsenal. They've put them under so much pressure, Alan. Really all over the pitch. They've not let them settle on the ball, pick passes out. And Sean Craig's been, well, he set the standard. I think he's a tad unlucky. He does catch Vieira, but they both went for the ball. There wasn't a lot in that. And when you think some of the tackles that have gone and haven't been booked, I think their captain's a little unlucky.
However, it's his 9th yellow card of the campaign.
Oh, well, maybe he's not.
There's Keown. Mendes. He's been on the fringe of the game, really, Mendes. I think that's the kind of thing you can say. Here's Petit. Vieira. Petit again. And a lovely looking ball. Parra's there, but couldn't quite make contact. And some of the best Arsenal scoring chances have fallen to him.
He's unlucky. I mean, it's a lovely, delightful run and a great ball. He had to play it with enough pace to get it between the centre-backs, Vieira. Petit, sorry. And it just ran away from Ray Parlour.
The final 2 minutes of a half that will go down in Deepdale history.
Well, only if they're going to win it.
There's Mendes again. Regan with another good tackle. Rankin. Parkinson. Nogan in an advanced position again here. And made life difficult for Keown. Murdoch under pressure against Boa-Morty. Jackson helped him out, but he's given the ball away. Mendes. And Kidd just did enough.
Well, he did, because I said the ball's difficult to judge, and that huge towering kick was allowed to bounce.
Good twist and turn by Boa-Morty, and it's found the net. Arsenal get the goal they needed to give them hope for the second half.
Well, he's been the threat. 2 penalty claims turned down Boa-Morty, and he's really enjoyed it against Murdoch. And it's Murdoch again who he just turns and skips past. He gets the help of a little deflection, but I think this was headed for the far corner anyway. Didn't really do an awful lot. Craigan got a little touch on it. Might have made it a little bit difficult for the goalkeeper. Just takes it past him with a spin. As I said, getting to half-time at 2-0 was the next target. They didn't reach it.
How important that goal by Boa-Morty could be. His second of the season. The first came in the European Champions League.
Well, whatever, I've just been a smashing first half, Alan. You couldn't have asked for better. And he has been a threat, Luis Boa-Morty. His pace, running at them. Particularly Colin Murdoch, the number 4. He has troubled them. Well, that's the 3rd time. Denied 2 penalty claims. But this time he didn't wait to be brought down. He smashed it in the far corner.
Cole winning the header against Macken. Arsenal right back in it now. Thanks to the young Portuguese forward who's had so few opportunities to start matches this season.
That's a decent turn, isn't it? He just got the half a yard, Alan. And you know, perhaps the deflection was the thing that just took it past David Lucas's right hand.
But here goes Cartwright at the other end. Good run again by Lee Cartwright, who's been a constant problem to Arsenal tonight.
Well, anyone who runs at people with pace and a little bit of ability as well, always going to cause them a problem.
David Moyes now looking a little more anxious than he was in those opening 20 minutes or so when his team swept into a 2-goal lead. He knows the quality of tonight's opponents. Even though it's an under-strength Arsenal side that certainly isn't playing anything like as well as we all know they can. There's the end of a fabulous first half here at Deepdale, and Luis Boamorti's goal just before half-time has certainly altered the complexion of the game, but still, as you can judge from the standing ovation from the Preston fans, Preston enjoyed, and that word should be heavily underlined, the first half. So Arsenal, 13 times FA Cup finalists, 7 times FA Cup winners, get the second half underway, trailing by 2-1 against second division Preston North End. Neither manager has made any changes during the half-time interval. Preston, to remind you, in the white shirts. A crowd of 21,000 inside Deepdale. Could they be about to witness an historic chapter in Preston's distinguished history? Or can Arsenal, the holders, get back into this? Boamorti again causing Preston the problems. Gregan just prevented the ball going behind for a corner.
Oh, he's been a threat, Alan. Any time he's got the ball in the box to him, particularly with Murdoch at his back. Again, he needed a bit of help, Murdoch, from the skipper.
Gregan in again strongly on Boamorti.
I think the pattern set. I think Arsenal will really put them under pressure. And we might find Preston camped at the edge of the box and in their own half for long spells in the second half. We know they can score, they've told us, shown us that. Now, can they defend for 45 minutes? Can they keep Arsenal out? That's the next question.
Vivas for Arsenal, too far for Parler, it's gone straight to Ayres. Gregan. And Kidd just dwelt on the ball a little too long, allowing Patrick Vieira to close him down. But Preston have got away with it. Goal kick.
Well, they've worked incredibly hard, Preston. The next thing I'll look for are 1 or 2 tired legs. It's a strength-sapping pitch that they're on. Very sticky. Really have to work hard, and they worked incredibly hard in the opening 45 minutes of the match. David Moyes will be looking at his players, seeing who's last in the pace, who might just be dipping under.
Ayres wins the header. Petit up well. Gregan's there again for Preston. And again. Boamorti. Jackson slides in, and every challenge will be met by uproarious roars of delight from the home crowd. Oh, Meninga made a terrible mistake and is so lucky to get away with it. And Nogan might have been gifted his hat-trick in the most bizarre fashion.
Well, it goes anywhere, doesn't it? I mean, that's ridiculous. Arsene Wenger was furious first half about his poor distribution. He said, I think his kicking was good. And this has only gone, what, a couple of yards wide. That had gone in, it would surely have been Preston's night, eh?
It certainly would have been Nogan's. Now Macken, the other striker, trying to cause pressure on Bowl. Meninga would have been sure this time, he met it firmly.
They met it right-footed, as opposed to his weaker left. That was a big difference.
Alex Meninga played in 5 of Arsenal's FA Cup ties last season. You remember David Seaman was out a long time with a broken finger, so he's certainly not inexperienced. Played a few games this season as well. Keogh. Lay off by Parler to Lee Dixon, who's won 2 medals in this competition, 2 winners' medals in his Arsenal time. Ray Parler. Murdoch got there ahead of Boamorti this time. Nogan. Rankin making ground. Bold had to be sure with that back pass. And the foul on Keogh. And a painful smack in the face as well.
Yeah, just arms up to both of them as the ball's dropping.
Dixon hits it long for Parla. Kidd, the defender. Oh, Malty again has got away from Murdoch. And the ball breaks to Mendes. Preston living dangerously then. Good layoff. Macken to Nogan. On to Rankin. And beyond him is Cartwright, but it wasn't a good enough ball. Vivas intercepts. And does well against Parkinson. Mendes. Murdoch, an important interception then for Preston.
And I think if you're an Arsenal player, you'd be trying to get the ball into Morty on Murdoch as often as possible. It certainly looks like he's got the beating of him every time he picks up the ball.
Cregan in strongly there. He doesn't hesitate when there's a tackle to be made.
I think there was only one winner there for me.
And there he goes again, fouling Vieira this time, however. You've got to be careful, remember, he's on a yellow card, Sean Cregan.
Oh, he's up for it, and he's certainly leading, giving a captain's example. He has been really committed. He got a knock in that challenge from Lee Dixon, just limping a little bit at the moment, trying to shake it off.
Parla, good ball, Lee Dixon. Total lack of communication between him and Mendes then.
A little surprised. They did open up for Lee Dixon just ahead of him. And the ball was played in. It was a lovely little ball in. And I thought he'd just taken it out of his feet, or just two players at the back post to aim for. That was a more difficult option he chose.
And Cregan having to come off to receive treatment.
They won't want to lose him, Alan, for any length of time. They want to get him back on very quickly. I said right at the beginning he would compete and fight and scratch with T and Vieira, and he's certainly done that.
And Ayres skips past the challenge from Dixon. Keown covering for Arsenal. Good run there by David Ayres. It's 34 now. Former Blackpool and Burnley, done the rounds of the Lancashire clubs. Just come back on, by the way, for Preston, back up to their 11 men again, and earning themselves a free kick in a dangerous position.
That's a dark challenge for me. Ain't going anywhere. Patrick Vieira should know that. There's no need to do it, but just stay big. Don't let him turn. He just knocks him over right in front of the referee. Now you've got to cope and deal with a free kick from a pretty dangerous area. We've already seen how well Jackson and Murdoch do attack the ball.
Cregan tried to get a touch on that on the near post, but a very brave header away by Patrick Vieira. Off Dixon, Nogan. Whoops, I'm sure he didn't mean it to go that way, Petit, but at least he cleared the danger. And whilst Arsenal's set pieces have been disappointing tonight, Preston's have been excellent. Ayres with a long throw. Cregan again on the near post. Oh, sorry, it was not Cregan this time, it was Macken, but in any case, Keown beat him to it. A very strange kick away by Alex Meninga.
Oh, his distribution's been poor tonight, Alex Meninga.
Ayres turns it forward. And Arsenal were a bit lucky then. Overmars. Rankin wins it off him. This is Vivas for Arsenal. And again, he's presented it to the Preston man, Rankin. Players on both sides guilty of giving the ball away. Now Mendes. And Parla and Vieira just got in each other's way then. Macken stayed strong against Keown, but it's Arsenal's throw-in. Vieira, Parla. Overmars couldn't play it back to him. Jackson gets it away, but now Luis Boamorti. Overmars set himself up beautifully, and that's a good save from Lucas.
That's a great save, Alan. That was brilliantly struck by Overmars. Low, it's going into the bottom corner. Just jinks away infield, looking to the goalkeeper's right. He's at full stretch, and again, good strong hand from David Lucas.
Arsenal's first corner of the second half. They trail 2-1 here. And Preston have survived. Udas winning it back in style. Ball still forward from the earlier corner. And that's Preston's throw.
Well, they might have to make one or two of these second half. David Lucas, if his side are going to win, you feel Arsenal will push forward. Lovely strike, worked the opening brilliantly, hit the target really well. That's the top draw save, really was.
He's made a couple of those already tonight, Lucas, a 21-year-old lad who came through the club's youth system, a local boy. Boamorti. Very neat interception by Murdoch. He's a calm enough character, that's for sure. And then a foul on Cartwright.
He'll just be a little concerned, David Moyes, that his team are giving the ball away. And they're not really under a real bit of pressure. I think the one thing they can't do is just give it away too often and recklessly. They try and eat up the clock with a bit of possession. I think one thing that's happened in a favour, Alan, is that the wind has dropped a bit second half.
And they're looking good again. Cartwright with the cross. Oof, that was a difficult ball from Meninga, and it hit the top of the crossbar.
I thought the goalkeeper palmed it as well. I think that's a corner. I mean, he's not looking to score here, but they work the position really well again. And when Cartwright gets wide, he's just looking for the back post. And that touches the goalkeeper, there ain't a doubt about that. That's a corner. But again, almost got under it, Meninga, didn't he? Just fingertips.
Jackson with the clearance. Petit. Regan. There's. Got himself out of trouble very cleverly then. Harlow with the challenge on Kidd. Preston get the throw. Kidd still feeling the challenge. The referee's telling him to get on with the throw-in. Mackin, Nogan, Mackin again. Now Rankin. Arsenal do well to win it back, and a threat here as Overmars takes them forward. Great run by Overmars. Can he go all the way? He goes down. And it's a red card. And oh dear, Preston's night is suddenly turning sour. Overmars was on his way.
It was a brilliant run. He really tested them right at the heart of them, and when that tackle's missed, they've got a problem. Dermot Gallagher's only decision here is the tackle in or outside the box. It's outside the box, about a yard. That decision's right. The sending off can only be right, Alan. It was a cynical tackle. It was a desperate tackle. And now Preston really have got it all to do.
Their 2-1 lead suddenly looking fragile. Their most experienced player dismissed for this challenge, as Overmars was quite clearly on his way. And he would have only had the goalkeeper to beat.
It would have been interesting, the way the goalkeepers played. That little confrontation, but that's a decision that you make as a footballer, Alan. He must have known, David Ayres, that he was going off. He could have known nothing was for sure than that.
And just look how close it was to being a penalty as well. It's virtually on the line inside the D. There could be worse to follow for Preston here if Arsenal can get this right. A real scrap going on in the wall meantime. Rankin suddenly spilled out of it, presumably propelled out of it by someone. And the referee's going to need eyes in the back of his head here. Guerra's gone and stood in the wall as Petit takes it. crucial moment in this cup tie. The cup holders have drawn level, and Preston have had a man sent off.
Oh, what a free kick. He took it brilliantly. Lucas just edges to his left a little, and that's all that Bettini needed. Nothing fancy, left foot, little bit of bend, aiming for the far side. He won the battle, and he's brought his side level.
Winning FA Cup ties like this is all about character, and Arsenal have got bags of that. It was said, allegedly at the weekend, that Arsenal like a scrap. Well, they're in one now, all right. Dixon for them. The layoff by Mendes. Fowler just keeps it in play. And got a lucky rebound, and gets a free kick. Gregan's tackle.
Well, he's got to be caught careful, Sean Gregan. And again, it's a tackle. He slides in, he goes late. Just got to be careful. The last thing they want is to lose another man. It's already been booked.
And Arsenal will surely do better from this free kick than they did from their first half efforts. Morty will take it straight into the danger area. Vieira tried to get a flick onto it. Ball comes out to Mendes. Bold is still forward. Rankin tries to get it clear, and in the end Preston thought they got away with it. They haven't yet, though. Rankin under pressure. Jackson's clearance comes out to Nogan. Vieira's there to win it back. Dixon plays it for Boa Morte. Should be kids, but Arsenal get the throw. Oh, what a finish we've got now. Parler sets up Dixon. Mendes into the box. Gregan thought about the challenge, and as Boa Morte let that one run through, I think he obviously thought there was a teammate right behind him, and he was wrong. Preston survive again.
Just about, though, Alan. Pressure's going to mount now. This is all about them digging deep and digging in, Preston. Defensively, they really are going to be tested.
And suddenly, the gap in quality between the Premiership and the Second Division, which was never evident in the first half, frankly, is beginning to show. Ray Parler. Headed away by Murdoch. Rankin completes the clearance. And they could threaten on the break with Cartwright here. It's a terrific run and an equally good tackle by Keown.
No, it's a great tackle from Mark Keown. Had to get that right.
Parler. Mendes. Overmars outside him. He goes in looking for Boa Morte. Instead, it was a poor ball.
Amazing the goal, Alan, because it came from nowhere. They actually, again, I talked about them not keeping the ball, but Emmanuel Petit did ever so well halfway in his own half, and he just won the ball and poked it forward to Overmars. And how often have we seen the Mark Overmars run 30, 40 yards straight down the pitch with his pace and cause problems? Well, I'm not surprised substitution's been made.
Yes, I think it's tactical, I assume, more than anything else here. Macken is about to leave the field, a striker to be replaced by a midfield player, McKenna. I don't think that's any reflection on Macken. I think they're just going to try and beef up that area of the field now, presumably, Andy.
Well, they won't want to be overrun. I mentioned that right at the top, Alan, about the battle in the midfield might be crucial. Well, they did brilliantly, Preston, in the first half in that respect. But they've been second best in the second half in that area, where Petit and Vieira, Parler, Overmars have just started to influence the game a little bit more.
McKenna was a regular in the side to the recent knee injury, which kept him out for a few games. He's only 21. And he gets his first touch here, or he should have done anyway. Looks accusingly at the turf, which made the ball bobble. Mendes. Murdoch gets it away.
Well, obviously Nogan will be left up front on his own, and it's just up to people like Lee Cartwright, who we know has got the pace, to get up in contact with him. I'm sure McKenna have been told the same.
Shaken off it there by Ray Parlour. Now Mendes. Now the nature of this game has changed quite dramatically here as Vieira hits one. The goalkeeper right behind it.
Great skill. We often talk about his other qualities, but what about this for two great touches? Over the head and then hit. Right foot flick over, left foot half volley. Not bad.
Now by Rankin, who I think is going to be yellow carded as he brought down Mark Overmars then.
Yeah, he's a 1 or 2. No, not just for this one, but as I talked about first half, he got away with one. Very similar to the opening 45.
Card from Mark Rankin.
Well, it was a yellow for Rankin, but not so lucky for David Ayres. This was red, and it was easy, Alan. He's through, he's taking a shot at goal. What a free kick. Look at the bend on it. Top class. And Arsene Wenger will think, well, justice has been done. Felt hard done by the Arsenal manager in this game, I think. They're feeling a little better now, and he'll be anxious to drive his team on, Alan. You know, 2-2, they've got the elements in their favour, the wind behind them. They've got the extra man, he won't want another game. He'd like to finish this tonight.
And they have a free kick. Overmars back on his feet. He takes it. Kid beaten to it by Keogh. Murdoch only half-headed clear, and that was a chance for Mendes, and he got it all wrong.
That was a poor header, wasn't it? I don't think he's noted for his aerial ability, Alberto Mendes. And that was more a shoulder than a header.
Keogh wins it back again. Gregan. A lot of running to do for the two-goal man, Kurt Nogan now. He's the only recognised striker out there for Preston. He's on his team to throw. Cartwright. Parkinson swings one in. And Meninga again. Perhaps should have left it to the defender.
He's had an extremely uncertain night, Alex Meninga. Preston roughed him up first half. A couple of challenges from corners that really laid into the goalkeeper. He hasn't looked comfortable at all.
He even got that one wrong. He hasn't done much wrong tonight for Preston. Now Mendes going forward. He's got Vivas in support on his left. He's given it away to Murdoch. That'd be a half-decent ball by the goalkeeper, but Cartwright couldn't catch up with it.
Wenger's about to make another change, Alan, as I look below me.
Caballero, Argentine striker, seemingly about to come on as Vieira plays it back to Bowl. Vivas, Argentine, the Arsenal's ranks tonight, of course. Steve Bowl under pressure from Nogan, got out of it neatly. Here's Keogh. Dixon. Patrick Vieira. Petit. Now Parlour. Excellent ball for Dixon. Seems to be all Arsenal at the moment. And Dixon gets his cross in. Headed away by Parkinson. Just prevented the corner.
No, he did well. Substitution will be made now. Mendes, I think, the one coming off.
This is not had a very fierce good night to Mendes. Fabian Caballero from Argentina, as I mentioned, he's only 20. He's on loan from a club in Paraguay. And he's going to take the place of Mendes. Caballero's only just back after a 3-match suspension. He was sent off in an Arsenal reserve game and took the opportunity to go back to South America and see his family. So he's certainly not been training much lately and not been playing much either. That's one of the reasons why he didn't make the starting lineup in place of either Anelka or Bergkamp. But he's got a chance now. Got straight into the action.
First touch.
Keown. Great challenge by Gregan, but he couldn't produce the ball to follow it up.
He was a little unlucky, just got caught under his feet. Trying to explain it to Nogan.
Good defending by Lee Dixon. Arsenal get possession back again, and they've enjoyed a lot of that in this second half. 20 minutes to go. The tie still in the balance. Vieira lost his man well then. Kidd stuck at it though and wins it back. And finds Rankin. Good challenge by Rankin. He really meant that, and he's really hurt himself in the process as he went in on Vivas. A sheer determination and now sheer pain for both players.
They both felt it. Yeah, they both felt that. They both went low though, to be fair to them. Both going in and stamped down on top of his foot there. That would have been a painful one for Mark Rankin.
And having lost the player, David Ayres sent off, and having had to make a tactical substitution, taking off Jonathan Mackin, they certainly don't need him out of action for long here. He's very much the driving force in their midfield with Gregan. But he looks okay.
Hang on, Nelson, wait. Hang on, there you go.
Rankin is back on. Vieira finds Petit. Could play that one against Dixon, so it's Preston's throw. Just in case, I guess, Rankin isn't able to continue, Michael Appleton, who's actually the club's record signing, £500,000 as well. They paid Manchester United for him. Seems to be getting warmed up down there. Nogan, meantime. Vivas intercepts, but has played it straight to Parkinson. On it goes to Cartwright. Good tackle. Great tackle by Bold.
They've just got to go for now, Preston, Alan, is to keep it tight at the back, try and restrict Arsenal, and then just hope that maybe Nogan or Cartwright can just pinch you something.
Free kick's going against Parlour there. Well, like so many clubs in the Nationwide League, Preston have financial problems, and the possibility of a replay at Highbury would no doubt thrill their accountant. But what would really thrill their fans is to finish it off here tonight. Parkinson with the free kick. Meninga with a nervy punch clear.
Well, they got there, Alex Meninga. Didn't make great contact.
Nogan. And offside. Foul for that one, really. Nogan seems to be running all right still. That earlier jittering challenge. Ball given away by Arsenal. Parkinson. Nogan. Gregan. Into the final 15 minutes at Deepdale. Vieira comes out with the ball, and the ever-dangerous Overmars takes Arsenal forward. Good ball for Dixon. Morty ahead of him in the box, and he almost picked him out. Kenner gets it clear. This is Petit. Dixon. Vieira. Great control. He was given a lot of time, mind you.
Far too much, Jonathan. Can't allow players like that to pull it down in their chest, take a couple of touches, and not be challenged on the edge of the box.
Nice control from Nogan. However, the linesman's disappointed him. He's just raised the flag. He obviously just took it over the line there.
No matter what happens in the last 13 minutes, Alan, I think Preston have given a great account of themselves. I think David Moyes' team have shown why they're challenging at the top of Division 2. They've really given everything and shown a fair bit of quality as well. Made of all the right stuff, I would say.
This is their 29th game of the season. They've lost only 5 of them. Strangely enough, 4 of those defeats have come here at their home Deepdale. Overmars trying to make it another home defeat. And it breaks through to Morty. And a goal! Petit has given Arsenal the lead for the first time in the game.
Well, they had a little bit of good fortune. The ball takes 2 deflections right on the edge of the 18-yard box. It finally gets to Luis Morty. Well, not offside, but right in the middle of goal. Well, look at Petit's tap in, but Ryan Kidd just goes to ground, the left back. Can't quite see it from this angle, I don't think. We'll get a chance to look at it, but suddenly you can see Kidd flat on the floor. But it found its way through a couple of players at the near post, Jackson and Murdoch, and in the end it was a simple tap in for Emmanuel Petit.
But Arsenal from 2-0 down are now 3-2 ahead, with just a shade over 10 minutes of this FA Cup tie remaining. And a third, well, there are defining moments in every game. There's been quite a few in this, but for me, that moment early on in the half when Nogan deflected a poor clearance by Meninga into the side netting rather than into the net. Well, if that had gone in, it would have been 3-1. It could have been a very different game. Since then, Arsenal have taken control.
I think Arsenal's first goal was a key element. We talked about getting to half-time at 2-0. They didn't quite make it, and even David Moyes, when George talked to him at half-time, indicated that that was a big moment he felt in the game.
And it's all Arsenal now. Luis Morty for them. They've got 2 men well placed in the middle here as well. And the step over takes it to Overmars. Arsenal surely on their way through to the 4th round.
Now tired legs, and now a belief, I think, that they're out of it, contributing. This is a flattering scoreline. They haven't deserved this, Preston, but it's a well-worked goal, little step over. He just lets it go, and 2 goals in 2 minutes. Well, just kill off Preston once and for all. Lovely finish. Let the ball run, little drop of the shoulder to open himself out. And from then on, well, you did fancy Overmars to find the net.
Three goals in 3 successive games for the little Dutchman, who was outdone in the scoring stakes only by Dennis Bergkamp last season. Arsenal are going to make another change. Remy Gard about to come on for them. The Frenchman in their squad who's made just about a dozen appearances this season. He will take the place of Mark Overmars, who unbelievably is being booed by some of the Preston fans. Can't quite work out where they get that one from. He was quite clearly brought down by Ayres in that incident that led to Arsenal's 2nd goal scored by Emmanuel Petit. Harris beaten to the header by Keown. Kidd McKenna. Referee inadvertently played a little 1-2 there to give Preston possession again. Cartwright. He's got round Vivas. Harris is in the middle, so is Appleton. But it's a goal kick.
Unlucky. That's been a good game for a smashing cup tie. The fact that the underdog took a 2-goal lead really did test the cup holders. And David Moyes knows that his team have really made Arsenal dig very, very deep tonight.
And nothing can take away the fact that for, what was it, 20 or 25 wonderful minutes, Preston North End led the mighty Arsenal by 2-0. There's Harris for the second division team, given away to Patrick Vieira. Petit. And McKenna for Preston. Oh, he's presented it straight to Boa Morty. And still Boa Morty. And in the end, he overran it. Of stoppage time will be played, or 3 now, if the clock is accurate. Keown finding Dixon. Arsenal cruising into round 4. A difficult-looking tie against Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molineux. The team they beat, of course, in the semi-final at Villa Park last season with a single goal. Caballero. Vieira. Petit. Back again to Patrick Vieira. That's a lovely little ball through, but in the end, Boa Morty was offside. And here's probably the most important goal of the night in many respects.
I think so, Alan. I honestly do. You get to half-time at 2-0 up. You get your team in and you're up. You could hear even Kurt Nogan said that they went in disappointed and a little down and deflated at half-time. Even though they were 2-1 up, that goal, they knew it. Players knew it. And I think the manager knew it. So vital.
Harris almost had a chance then, but Keown recovered very quickly. Guard Rankin has worked himself into the ground tonight. Parkinson. Torn back by Appleton to Murdoch. Appleton again finds Harris. He miscontrolled it, but still comes out with the ball and wins Preston a throw. Parkinson set himself up for the cross. Appleton's turn. McKenna tried to get the shot in, but Patrick Vieira just won it back neatly. Beautiful ball by Petit, outside of the foot, down the left flank to Boa Morty. Got Caballero in the box here, and Parler there in support. A foul by Rankin gives Arsenal what might be a final free kick of the game in a very good position.
Well, it's made for a right footer from there. Petit's not interested. Chance of a hat-trick, but he doesn't fancy the angle. But Remy Garb's lining up, and they just try and shift it.
Set up for him to hit it, but the wall did its job. And Arsenal have done their job in very difficult circumstances. David Moyes' team swept into a 2-goal lead in the first half with 2 from their Welsh striker Kurt Nogan. It looked a problematical night at that stage for the FA Cup holders. But that goal by Luis Boa Morty gave them what they needed. It gave them fingernails on the cliff edge. And they were able to haul themselves over that edge in the second half.
Well, I knew that if we could get in about them, we could stop Petit and Vieira playing. We had a great chance, and we did that at the start of the game. But obviously you just can't keep running about and working as hard as our boys did in the first half an hour. You can't keep that going for full 90 minutes, and I think their quality showed through in the end.
Yeah, it was very difficult because they started the first 25 minutes. They played like world champions and were always the quickest on the ball, more determined, and it was very difficult. We were 2-0 down. It could have been 3, and but I think in the last 15 minutes of the first half they tired a little bit, and we could come back to 2-1. That helped us to believe we can come back. After in the second half they had not the same pace and not the same determination, were less dangerous, and I think we dominated well the second half, but the first half was very difficult.
Beautiful day.